Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with episode 7 of Once Upon a Witch's Death. This is a very important episode, heavy episode, a lot of information dumps. We got a lot of business. Not so much Meg making progress and getting her spirits, but meeting some new characters, learning more about the world. So yeah, let's dive into it. So to begin this episode, a little bit of a funny business. Meg is surrounded by some kids. Tells them, "I am the Witch of Lapis," and she's like trying to hype herself up, being this amazing thing. And the kids are like, like, "Okay, Witch of Lapis," and so she teases them, kind of scares them off a bit, and then Sophia comes and she's all happy, but Sophia's like, "No, get away from me." But the reason she is here is because there is a ceremony that happens every 20 years in North America. It's in a place between the human world and the spirit world, and people gather there to present technology, the big industry of technology, magic, what's going on in development. Like it's a really big thing, and all of course the top 7 witches of the world are invited. It's a big event. Anyway, So we learned some few things in this few things of this place. We learn about the Planet Core project, which involves the planet's core is kind of going out of whack, and in order to balance out, they're making a magic core that's going to be run by humans, so to speak. It's a big deal. So yeah, the more environmental business is more environmental stuff is in the hand. So they got to try to use that. But more than that, we meet a couple of interesting characters. We meet this character, which we'll discuss a little bit. But we meet her soon after Sophia and Meg arrive at the ceremony. The ceremony also happens on New Year's, and it's a very speedy event. This area kind of time to move faster, so you could say 12 hours there is 12 hours in our world could be 12 hours, could be 24 hours there. So it's a little bit of a speed up. But yeah. So when they get there, the media's over Sophia. Meg isn't happy. She wants to lay a curse. And this woman comes by and being her snarky little self, it's like, "You tried causing a curse under our watch and we're going to strip you of all your magical business." And she assumes that Meg is some kind of hired hand or whatever at this event. And Meg, being a very irrational person, being hot-headed, she gives this child some flack, and it's like, and it causes such a commotion that people start looking. They move it over. She assumes she's a child. Assumes she's a child, whatever. So like, I need to help my servant, and Meg is thinking, "I'm gonna get a nice reward." But yeah, so they kind of go around and find the master. You know, they look at some witch events. They do some betting. Meg, of course, loses some money, of course. And that's when they get presented to the council. They also run into this witch. Hold on. They run into our old friend Inori. You know, cosmetics. We do actually. There's one thing you could talk about it. So when they see her, she's all around the press, and Meg, of course, being out loud, she says, "Yeah, this woman, she's really older. She uses magic to make herself younger than she actually is, and she has stinky feet." And the little girl says, "Yeah, she's looking at you, and she's I'm gonna give you the death look for dare saying anything." She heard her, so yeah, they kind of run away. So I'm all good fun and business. Of course, we had the Planet Core project, and this young lady is not happy. She's like, "Humans are making this core, the spirits, and I'm not sure how the spirits are going to take this." She has some spirits around her, and Meg assumes that the reason the spirits are around her is because she's from North America, where all this magic is, which maybe necessarily could possibly be the reason, though there is a better explanation, which we learn later. So after the council, a little bit later, we run into Sophia, and she kind of says who this woman is. This is Chloe of Wonder. Now, this is important because Meg thought this bombshell blonde was her, because she, in the earlier episode, she wins beauty contest of the year for the witches for third times in a row. In that moment, Faust kind of gives her grief, like you're sounding an old man. So maybe the lesbian thing is sort of goof, maybe, or no one's taking it seriously. I don't know. Regardless of the fact, so she thinks it's but when she reveals herself to be the Witch of Wonder, she always assumes that. But no, that's not the case. It's the woman that is the beauty queen is her assistant Wendy, and we find out some good details about her. This Chloe, the Witch of Wonder, she's a witch who cannot use magic because she's half human and half spirit. She kind of is she speaks for the spirit of the world, so you could consider in our world a half human, half angel, so to speak. Someone who speaks on behalf of God, potentially, though in reality that's Jesus. We don't need we don't need a hired hand for that. We don't need someone to speak on our behalf for him. But yeah, and she's over 150 years old, so she is indeed a Loli babba. Very old. And Meg, of course, gives her wonder, she's like, oh, time rolls differently. So she definitely acts like a child, so she definitely acts very typical of a Loli babba. Though she's not a more sexual character. She's just very much like a child. But we do find out in the episode that she is a big fan of Faust, and she's like, she asked Meg, why didn't you say anything that you were an apprentice? Or I wouldn't have to keep my secret as long as I had. I could have told you right from the beginning. But yeah, and it kind of gets brushed off. But whatever, it kind of gets brushed off. But yeah, she's very happy, and then the ceremony, the event ends, and they're all back home. But yeah, it's there's another person. While the mischief with Chloe happens, we meet Eldora, the Witch of Disaster, a witch so powerful that she, basically when there's gigantic conflicts around the world, she stops them. She's also part of the Magic Council to be political regulation, so they can kind of control her. But she runs into her, stating that she knows about the curse, and that if you get rid of the curse, she's going to lose something very important. My guess is that it's magic or something. She's going to lose something heavy, which I think would make kind of sense, that in order to save your life, you would have to trade that in. And Chloe makes it, no, not Chloe, but Eldora sounds like it's a bad thing to acquire this. I don't know. Maybe she hates life or something, or she values magic very preciously, and she said maybe she values it not to trade magic in for a life, whatever. So yeah, a lot of big events, big event. We learned a lot of big things. Very fun episode. I mean, I could see Chloe being a bit of annoying for people, but now that we know who she is, and Meg is no longer griefing her, should make for a more pleasant time. She does kind of have a little bit of annoying voice. I'm not too upset by it, but yeah, I could see people getting a little upset by her. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. Like I said, good episode, some good comedy. Meg being her rational self, just spitballing whatever she thinks, kind of very typical behavior. We're kind of getting near the episode, and if you've seen the introduction, there's some characters that are going to definitely come into place, and I think we're going to get some more snowball and maybe more of a potential villain, possibly. I don't know, but yeah, so I keep looking forward. Not necessarily my favorite of the anime this season, but still very strong. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time for the episode. Yeah, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time.